A room without books is like a body without a soul. Marcus Tullius Cicero. You can never get a cup of tea large enough or a book long enough to suit me. C.S. Lewis. You have to write the book that wants to be written, and if the book will be too difficult for grown-ups, then you write it for children. Madeleine L'Engle. I've always imagined that paradise would be a kind of library. Jorge Luis Borges. Simple day. A mind needs books as a sword needs a whetstone, if it is to keep its edge. George R.R. Martin. A Game of Thrones. Sometimes you read a book and it fills you with this weird angelical zeal, and you become convinced that the shattered world will never be put back together until all living humans read. John Green. The Fault in Our Stars. Books are a uniquely portable magic. Stephen King, on writing, a memoir of the craft. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. Mark Twain. The books that the world calls immoral are books that show the world its own shame. Oscar Wilde. The Picture of Dorian Gray. If you only read the books that everyone else is reading, you can only think what everyone else is thinking. Haruki Murakami, Norwegian Wood. Outside of a dog, a book is man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. Groucho Marx, The Essential Groucho. Writings for by and about Groucho Marx. If there's a book that you want to read, but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. Toni Morrison. If one cannot enjoy reading a book over and over again, there is no use in reading it at all. Oscar Wilde. Be careful about reading health books. Some fine day you'll die of a misprint. Marcus Hare. One must always be careful of books, said Tessa, and what is inside them, for words have the power to change us. Cassandra Clare, Clockwork Angel. So many books, so little time. Frank Zappa. Books are the ultimate dumpies. Put them down and they'll wait for you forever. Pay attention to them, and they always love you back. John Green. An Abundance of Catharines. I declare, after all, there is no enjoyment like reading. How much sooner one tires of anything than of a book. When I have a house of my own, I shall be miserable if I have not an excellent library. Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they tell us that dragons can be beaten. Neil Gaiman, Coraline. There is no friend as loyal as a book. Ernest Hemingway.